Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Sierra Grace and I'm here today from the beautiful Montana. If you can't tell, we had a snowstorm last night and the mornings after a snowstorm are usually the most beautiful. So let me just, gorgeous, gorgeous. I know. I am out here braving the cold to tell you some of my motivations for this year. So these are my 2023 motivational quotes that I use every day in my life and just kind of, help me get through every day. So first one is the one I talked about the most in my introduction video. So if you've watched my introduction video, you've heard this, you've heard part of the spiel, and I feel like I should kind of explain a little bit more in depth, maybe summarize a little bit better for you. So first one, getting comfortable being uncomfortable. That quote I found from a fellow YouTuber, Hannah Lee Duggan, and ever since I heard it, it changed my whole outlook on life. I'm not someone who enjoys being uncomfortable. I'm kind of an inside person. I don't like really being outside because things happen, right? You're just kind of uncomfortable. Like a good example is right now. It's cold outside and I'm getting uncomfortable, but I'm learning to be okay with that. I might be a little bit cold, but for the view, totally worth it. I'm learning that sometimes being uncomfortable in social situations, in my physical comfort level, even if that's low or even uncomfortable, that when you learn to be okay with that and to ease into that, I don't want to say pain because that's not the right word, but just discomfort. When you lean into that discomfort, you quickly learn that the more you allow yourself to feel the discomfort and work through that, it's more of a mental thing than it is an actual physical response. Great example of that is just being too hot, right? Being too hot, other than a fever, right? It's not going to kill you. It's not. Though it feels like it. When you're in, it's 110 out. I know it's really hot. But even 102, 190 even. If you're someone who's used to being inside and you come outside and it's 90 degrees and you're out here for a long period of time, you start sweating, you get really uncomfortable. I get a really bad attitude when I'm hot because I'm uncomfortable. And just learning to be comfortable and stick in that uncomfortable feeling and discomfort, I keep saying the wrong word, but that discomfort of being hot, learning that I can get through that and kind of mentally break through is a really great feeling. For me, it kind of kicks in my fight or flight. Being uncomfortable in any situation, social, physical, whatever, it kind of kicks in my fight or flight. And so I kind of get this instinctual panic that happens. And so for me, the mental piece of learning to survive and knowing that I will survive is huge. It's kind of been a huge break for me this year, and it's allowed me to move to this beautiful state. First of all, it's allowed me to do things I wouldn't normally do. I can't tell you how many hikes I took this summer. And I never hike. I've never hiked in my life, maybe 1 or 2 times before this summer, because it was uncomfortable. There was usually bugs or I didn't have the right shoe wear. And I do think that, being uncomfortable allows you to figure out what you need to be comfortable. I figured out a lot of it was I wore jeans all the time. I never wore shorts or skirts or anything because, your girl's a little thick-thighed, so I get a little chafing and it's uncomfortable. I learned this summer, because I forced myself to be outside and be uncomfortable, hey, you need to stick a piece of tape in there. And no, not Scotch tape. It's athletic tape between your legs. It stops you from chafing. That means you get to wear dresses now. So I wear skirts all summer long. I don't wear shorts. I don't like them. But skirts all summer long. And the amount of comfort that brings me, because now I actually have airflow and I can cool down, because I was wearing legitimate jeans all summer long, every year, for multiple years. And now that I can wear dresses and skirts, I find I'm way more comfortable being in, the sunshine And this year, this winter, right, where I grew up, it never snowed, and if it did, it was a few inches and it would be gone. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but this is a few feet of snow, right? And the biggest thing I've learned is just, you're uncomfortable, but man, do you learn what you need to wear outside. Because I think a lot of it was just me being unprepared, like not knowing what I actually needed to be comfortable. So physically, I've been able to kind of cure that, like, uncomfortable, restless feeling purely just by getting clothes that fit, getting clothes that kept me warm or that cooled me down. So started wearing tank socks this summer, dresses. This winter, I've really been like doubling up layers. I'll wear leggings and then jeans, like sweatpants when it's super, super cold outside, you know, and just being comfortable with the fact that like it's cold and you need to dress warm, you know. I never really did that, and I never really knew what clothes to get that would keep me warm. So that was a side off tangent, but still the same idea, especially with social situations, which I talked more about in my introduction video. When you know that you can survive, even though you're like restless and a little uncomfortable and your fight or flight's a little activated, you know you can survive that and like breathe through it and like work through that mental scaredness and like unpreparedness and comfortableness, whatever you want to call it. It makes it easier to kind of get to the end of the rainbow, right? One I did not talk about, I did mention in my introduction video, was 20 Seconds of Courage. So the quote is actually from We Bought a Zoo, and in it, the dad is explaining to his son how he met his mom. And he says, all it takes is 20 seconds of embarrassing bravery, and I promise you something good will come of it. And then of course, you know, later he uses that same kind of like, okay, 20 seconds, and he works up this courage to go and tell this girl he loves her. And it's amazing, and it's super cute. But I mean, that quote really changed my life. You'll see kind of a theme throughout this video and these quotes. And for me, I'm a big scaredy cat. I am afraid of pretty much everything. I always have been. I'm very fear-based, you know. And I want to be encouraged, and I want to have courage, and I think that courage is doing things in the face of fear, like doing them regardless of being scared. Like, feel the fear and do it anyway. Again, that's a quote that I talked about in my introduction video. To me, they're the same. Is like, you're scared, but all it takes is 20 seconds. It might be the most embarrassing 20 seconds of your life, but let me tell you what, the amazing benefits, the good that comes from it, even if your situation didn't work out, the inner piece of you that like blooms when you do that 20 seconds of embarrassing courage and embarrassing bravery, and how good you feel after and accomplished. I mean, that can't be replaced. Like, that always has something good come from it. That's something you will always, it'll just continue to grow and grow and grow. Like, that'll continue to flourish the more you practice that. And for me, the 20 seconds of embarrassing bravery is things like, you know, your mom always throws the quote, well, if your friends dropped off a bridge, would you jump? Heck yeah, right? That's what everyone always says now, is, yeah, I would. And for me, it's that, okay, I'm about to jump off this bridge. I'm terrified, but I watched every other person jump, and I know it's fine, right? Like, they're all fine. It's now just like getting over my own fear that something's going to happen to me, right? And I'm just like, you know what? It's just 20 seconds. It's 20 seconds to make a decision and to jump. Whatever it is. And I think that's more of a metaphor, jumping off of a bridge. Like, I wouldn't literally jump off a bridge. I mean, if it was small enough and I could jump in the water, maybe. But still, regardless. That same idea. This summer and winter, I did a cold plunge for the first time in my life. I mean, it was negative degrees. I think it was either 0 or like -10. Something stupid. Stupid. And I ran in flip-flops and a bikini, and I ran across this road, over there, into the water, a river, right? We had to break the ice to get in. And I jumped in there and I did it anyway. And all I could think the whole time was it just takes 20 seconds. 20 seconds is it. 20 seconds in, and then rush back out, you know what I mean? Just that 20 seconds of like, make a decision and do it. Don't count down from 3, just do it. And it might be embarrassing. Go talk to your crush. I mean, that was the whole point of the quote, right? Yeah, it's really embarrassing in a social situation. Be the first to say hi. If they don't say hi to you, okay. I know as an introvert, that's something very hard for me, making friends. And that's, it is pretty much like, well, this could be embarrassing if they don't say hi back to me, you know? But I'm going to take that 20 seconds and I'm going to do the embarrassing thing. Because courage, right? That theme of me not having courage and being, you know, a big scaredy cat. I'll tell you what, because of these 3 quotes, I'm sorry, it's so cold. Because of these 3 quotes, it allows me to like reinforce that within myself as like I am someone who, even though I'm scared, I'm going to go do the thing anyway. I'm going to feel the fear and know that it's okay to be scared, but I'm going to go do it anyway. Like, I'm not going to let the fear control who I am as a person or what I do and the choices I make. You know, I may be scared that I'm putting in a job offer or applying for a job that is way, way, way out of my reach. But who cares? You did it anyway. You did it regardless of the fear. And it just takes those 20 seconds. And, I mean, 20 seconds. Anybody can do 20 seconds. It's not asking that much, really. And it's a way of allowing yourself to be like, I can do 20 seconds of embarrassment. I can do that, you know. So what if people make fun of me? It's 20 seconds. You know, point to them and be like, what'd you do? Like, right? You took the leap. You did the thing that was scary. I mean, people will look at you with awe and astonishment after because they knew that they couldn't do it. I mean, I don't know how many people looked at me like I was crazy after jumping in that water. But I did it. I can't say I'm not courageous anymore. I'm braver than you were. You didn't go do that when it was 10 or 0. I can't quite remember now. But if you're brave enough, or if you want to be brave and you feel like you want to go do that, go do it. Right? Do the thing that makes you scared. Because you're going to be better for it in the end. So, I'm trying to think if there's any other quote. The car is coming. I'm going to try and wrap up. For now, those are my daily motivations that I use every single day. And I will push this year, so you'll see those in my vlogs. If you like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Thank you much. I'm gonna zip up my coat just for a second, because it is chillier than it looks. I probably should wear some gloves too. In frame. Here we go. I'm gonna zip up my hair. Good spot. Yeah, my neck is bare. There we go. Okay, gloves because it's cold outside. Okay. It's currently 32 degrees, somewhere in there. It's freaking cold. Alright. Trusty dusty gloves, which I hate wearing, but we're gonna wear anyway. Don't know why I'm doing an accent. Here we go. Okay. What should I say? Because it's so pretty out. I can't see, it's so bright. I love it here. Okay. It's so freaking pretty. I hope I'm in the right frame. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Good morning. Nope. Alright, I keep saying good morning. It's morning. If you didn't catch that.